Tadpole is working with his crew to try to get back to the RLCS. Rix Ronde and Burrito B, they have been in the rival series for a long time. This is their first major hurdle to get through this tournament. It's TSM.
Yeah.
And Alpha, particularly on TSM, is the guy you're looking at to try to help keep TSM in the league.
I mean, TSM has an interesting dynamic, to say the least. Alpha is just everything you could expect for as a striker. Meanwhile, Metzanaris and Remco are sitting lower on the shots per game. Alpha is sitting on top 2. It's weird how it works out, but they're going to go against Method, who, like you said, they're hungry. They have been in this situation, Rix Ronde and Burrito B. They fought endlessly. They want to make RLCS. This could be their season to change their careers and their past right now against a failing TSM.
TSM had a very, very tough season.
Yeah.
Alpha at the beginning, he was doing wonders trying to keep them in the league, get these wins. There was one week where he just absolutely went insane.
Yeah.
Insane, and you could see why he was the MVP in the previous season. Tadpole. Tadpole, another player who has experienced quite a bit of success making it to the World Championship. But now they've got to get back to the RLCS.
But it's still going to be a fight. I mean, TSM, I think back to the last week of league play where they brought Vitality to Game 5, and that matchup was pretty much determining who would make it into the league, make playoffs, or who would fall down to the bottom 2, which is insane to think about. They brought them to Game 5, and TSM, they fought. They have improved, in my eyes at least, over the season.
I agree, and even with complexity near the end, they started to figure things out. But it's at this moment, today, where it's decided who is RLCS caliber and who is not.
You have to show up. There are no second chances in the promotion tournament.
Remco wins that ball up in the midfield. We'll go for another challenge. Burrito B gets it to Tadpole. Tadpole getting bumped. Metzanaris didn't want to give him any space. Demo by Remco. Tadpole sends it across. More demos coming out from TSM. Burrito B in the Venom. Up in the air, waiting in the corner, looking to pass it across the field. Tadpole will chase it down, but Alpha gets to it first. Alpha, the ball taken off his hood by Burrito B. Metzanaris goes for the clear downfield. Tadpole pops it up, gets the second touch.
Ronde.
Rix Ronde goes for the double, and it's sent wide. But a good play as the net's left vulnerable. Rix Ronde can't get back in time. They overextended on that attack, and Metzanaris quickly makes them punished.
And that first touch from Metza was really what set him up for success. He just popped it up in the corner, had an easy follow-up clear, and the defense was just left in shambles after over-aggressing. And that's crazy to think, because Method, they've been dominant this whole time, winning challenges, fast pace, and then just like that, things can change.
Alpha hopping in that passing lane quick. And you're right, that was, Alpha trying to make something happen, had very little boost. Got a threatening shot. And TSM starting to show us some offense. But like you said, Turtle, Method, they had some good chances. They had that setup. They just got a little overzealous. Metzanaris sensed that opening and took it.
I think that describes Method really over the season. They have these moments of expertise where they can shine and pull off incredible plays, but then somehow it just kind of falls apart. And right now in the promotion tournament, I'm curious to see how Method can maintain that stable play of Rocket League and see if they can really counteract against this team.
Now Method attempting to get something going. Remco, keep this ball in the Method half. Out of boost. Rix Ronde gives up possession. Tadpole can't make connection either. This is a chance for TSM. Bouncing off the ceiling, Metza's up. A weak bouncer. Tadpole clearing it out. Still, they're being pressured. 2 players jump. Remco loses that challenge, but Metzanaris gets back in time. Going for the shot. Crossbar down. Metzanaris gets his second.
One of the players who shot the least out of everybody in league play, and it just shows that it doesn't even matter how many shots. If you're hitting things like that,
I think he wave dashed on the wall there.
That's crazy.
Just so quick. Just an immediate jump afterwards.
Yeah.
Metzanaris.
And he just did that with that counterattack that TSM did. The speed, the explosive play where you get the first touch and then follow it up instantly after.
Double tap by Remco. We talked about Alpha early on, but it's his teammates that are stepping up. Remco, a solo play double tap.
And the positioning for where he hit that first ball right above the goalkeeper in net. Nobody can make a touch there, and Remco just sinks it down below. If he's hitting shots like that, TSM is feeling good.
3-0. Just under a minute left. A pull shot.
What?
A pull shot. Counterattack goal. I think he got bumped by someone on Method.
We need to see this again.
It was Tadpole.
Oh my goodness.
Wasn't it? Who was that? I couldn't see it on the replay. No, it wasn't. It might have been Rick's Ronde.
All I saw was the orange nameplate, and then Remco just went sent flying and instantly got the shot off. I mean, I saw the opening, but somehow I thought maybe Remco sped up with insane boost. Something happened.
No, he got bumped.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for Method in the miss there. Burrito B had a chance. A rough start for Method in game one. Stacks on the desk. He said Method was a team of peaks and valleys. Game one, definitely a valley. A game to forget. But Metzanaris and Remco, that is what you wanted to see from TSM all season long in the 100%. RLCS, is more out of them. And they are figuring it out in game one for TSM.
I mean, you can't have a play style that just really focuses all around one player. If you do that, you're just leaving yourself up to the fate of his mechanics alone. And for him to just basically 1v3 team, it's just not happening. So Remco and Metza, they have both hit fantastic shots in this game, been solid on defense, haven't given up any goals. And TSM, the first game, they're looking great.
4-0. We'll see if Method can put one in here to maybe get some momentum. No, TSM crush Method in game one.
Yeah.
4-0.
And Method, I mean, I said it before, they started out pretty aggressive, but then once TSM got that first goal, it was just lights out for them. The aggression started to come, confidence flowed between everybody, really.
And we didn't even see one alpha flip reset. No. That's a rarity. Normally you see him everywhere.
At least one.
And this is another look at Metzanaris' play right here. Yeah, I think he might have wave dashed on the wall there, immediately jump and puts that crossbar down. Those are the type of plays you expect from an E-League champion.
Look at this recovery, though. The way he landed on the wall, like you said, with the flip reset, or not flip reset, excuse me, wave dash, off the wall, he wouldn't have been able to get so much speed and momentum going into that shot. And that was incredible. By the way it looked, it was almost like his car just bounced off like a trampoline.
Yeah, because he was so quick with those inputs. Metzanaris was a player. You remember Complexity, the Complexity era.
Yeah.
With Magnus and a lot.
Metzanaris is always crazy.
He was let go of that team. He goes over to Weedem Girls, who then eventually win E-League.
Yeah.
And Metzanaris is playing the best Rocket League of his career. Everyone thinks that the roster move to let Metzanaris go was the worst roster move that anyone's ever seen in the RLCS. That is the Metzanaris that we have seen before. And in this game, in this critical moment for TSM, he has a solid performance, but it is a long series. It is a best of 7.
Oh, yeah.
Can TSM keep this up? Can Remco and Metzanaris keep playing at this level? Because game one, it didn't seem like Method had any answers if they do.
Yeah, we do have a slight delay. We're just going to work on getting everybody back in the lobby real quick. We'll get the game started soon. But
what did you do, Turtle? Did you kick a computer down here?
I saw Metzanaris. maybe I had bias towards Method. I've been cast the rival series. I was like, you know what, man, just get out of here.
Get out. Just booted him off of the lobby.
Kicked him out.
Stop abusing your admin powers, okay? We've got a show.
When I'm not spectating, I'm joining a team. So that's really how it is. But you're right, man. I mean, Metzanaris, I've always thought he's nuts. always, but he seems to have always like taking that passive role. You know, the guy who sits back, and especially when you have a player like Alpha join your team, it's really easy to just take the back seat.
But in this last game, and we'll take a look at some of the highlights, Remco and Metzenaris were clutch.
Oh, yeah.
This was the first goal. That was Method was putting on fantastic pressure, but then Metzenaris snuffed out the candle with that counter attack.
We already saw this one too. Look at how fast he is off that wall.
So quick putting that crossbar down. And then Remco as well. The nice little touch to himself.
Right over Rick's Ronde, that positioning for the first hit.
Unassisted. Yeah. Where's Alpha? He didn't have to do anything but watch. And then the pool shot goal.
And that was Rick's Ronde.
It was Rick's?
Who got the bump into Remco for the pool shot. I think he was going for it just to mess him up because he saw the counterattack happening.
You hope.
That's so unfortunate.
From my personal experience, bumping a Dominus doesn't ever seem to work. And then when it does,
it's just not possible.
It doesn't go your way. So
you bump a Dominus, you just ride over it.
If you're gonna hit him, you gotta demo him. You gotta blow him up.
You can't just.
But yeah,
bump.
sometimes you just ramp right off. Car's so flat, it's unfair.
I mean, it's a benefit, and I mean, that's crazy because Method, they were pulling out their last tricks that they had, which were bumps, and even when that was happening, it wasn't working.
And it's just plays like that make you feel like nothing you're doing is working.
Yeah.
And the question now is, how does Method respond? This is a very key game for them to get back into it. Another 4-0, that's going to be a tough situation to just break out of mentally. Putting yourself down. I mean, you get slapped around game 1 4-0.
Yeah.
This is the time where you bounce back. This is the time where you answer back. Method had some good moments, but they have to just keep a level head and try to get that shot at the end without overextending.
Yeah.
Because they overextended on that first chance. They got a little too aggressive. And that was what left the net open for Metza.
Yeah, we didn't even see really too many midfield passes from them. And I think considering all players right now, Tadpole probably has the biggest chip on his shoulder. He's played against these guys before. He knows what it's like to go against TSM. It's not like he's just finally been given a chance to play against the top level. Tadpole, he's been here before. He's a veteran of the game. He made it to the World Championship last season, and now he has to fight for his spot to get back in the league.
We talked about Veloce and how they get into the league through a roster move. It was at Tadpole's expense.
Yeah.
Him and Cassio had the spot. And when Cassio left after Ronicky went to Barcelona, Tadpole was left without a team.
Yeah.
And now he has fought back through the rival series to get to this point, to get back into the RLCS, where lots of his fans and even himself feel that he belongs.
A long journey, to say the least, for Tadpole.
Rick's Ronde answering the call in game 1 off of the pass from Tadpole.
Speaking of Tadpole, look at the patience in the air, and that was probably one of the weirdest hits off the backboard.
That was a triple. We saw a triple touch goal from JNaps yesterday. A triple touch pass from Tadpole.
And I love Tadpole's patience in the air to notice that nobody's on the backboard from TSM. He has all that space, so what does he do? He slows it down, makes sure he gets a weaker hit, and passes it right to Rick's Ronde.
Well played by Burrito B. Now, he cuts off the defensive angle by the defender in the air and then gets the demo. Oh, and then he pinches it between the post and in.
Now this is how we wanted to see Method come back and respond to TSM's performance in game 1. With shots like that, Burrito B, you cannot get any closer to hitting the corner.
He switches off the Venom. And now back to the Octane. Things are working out for him. That is the response you look for from Method. The peaks and valleys right now.
Yeah.
Method peaking. Double commit by TSM. Ball floating up above the Method net. Rick's Ronde will clear it downfield to Tadpole, who's waiting for it. First touch control. Second touch towards net. Going for the shot, and it just dinks off the post.
Tadpole's so close, almost dunked Remco on that play. And right now, Method, they're just forcing shots in, and another miss from TSM leaves Rick's Ronde alone with Alpha.
Alpha with the dribble. Gets bodied by Burrito B. Remco pinching it back towards the net, but it's stopped. Rick's Ronde loses control. Alpha centers it to Remco. Remco attempting to get it towards the corner. Now hitting it back. We see Alpha also went for that. It's going to put TSM in a tough spot defensively. But they recover. Remco stopped in the midfield by Tadpole. Burrito B poked it by Metza. Alpha controlling it on his back wall. Has got to beat out Rix Ronde, but Rix Ronde hits it to the middle. Long shot from Metza. Tadpole will get back in time and boom it back downfield.
Good possession from Method. Keeping the ball within their own grasp, never too far ahead. Even clears like that from Tadpole leave Alpha forced to go for a solo dribble, and they're not really finding each other, TSM, right now on these clears. Just worried about relieving that pressure.
A little bit rattled.
Yeah.
Alpha's shot will be high. Tadpole will easily hit this off to the side and get it by Remco. Metza hustling back. Getting bumped on the back wall by Tadpole. Alpha has to come in and help. Gets a big dunk. This could put him on the attack. And he's demoed at the midfield by Rix Ronde.
That demo was huge. I mean, Alpha, a player who we know and have seen him dribble teams before. If you're coming back, don't just focus on the ball. Find that demo.
And the pass into the middle. It's going to bounce off the backboard. Rix Ronde with a bit of time. Alpha up to challenge. Cuts off the play. It's a double tap off the ceiling. Down to the middle. Remco launching it back to the Method half. Metzenar is helping out in the corner. TSM playing much differently than we saw in game one. I think a lot of that's just due to the aggression from Method.
Yeah, a total response from Method. And I don't think they're letting TSM do those solo plays. I mean, it was Metzenaars who got 2 solo play goals. Remco had his own setup as well. I mean, not too many passing plays, and there's another chance. What a save from Remco.
If TSM somehow manages to fight their way back into this game, they'll look back at that save as the turning point. Remco, defensive stop, but Method doesn't stop swinging. And another demo, this time on Metza. Remco up in the air will have a chance to put one in, but he can't make contact. And a booming clear by Rix Ronde. Method's happy to play boom ball to melt time off. Tadpole quickly up to cut off that pass to Alpha. Rix Ronde well defended on the backboard. Final minute, TSM still looking to get a quality look at net.
They need to find each other, go for these passing plays. Method, like you said, they're totally happy with just trying to play kickball, hitting the ball as far as you can towards the enemy half, and letting TSM just boom it back.
Alpha, off the side, Remco thinking about getting a little touch past the defenders, but he's been stuck in the corner. Finally, it skips off his hood, but going back towards zone half. Metza can't get to the ball for a challenge. Uses up a lot of boost.
Good speed.
Center ball, Burrito B, hard hit. Metza drives into it, gets it towards net, but Tadpole's up and there. Method, their defense sturdy in these final moments.
Unbreakable. And even that bump from Rix Ronde on Remco, that was their one chance that they had. And Method bounced back in game 2 to tie up the series.
That was exactly the response you're looking for from Method. Game 1, Remco and Metzenaars had their way with Method. It all started out with the Metza goals that he put in all by himself pretty much. But game 2, a different story. Method started to get angry. You saw the demos.
Definitely.
The bumps.
And Tadpole, the patience here as well. Nobody on the backboard. Alpha's alone. He has to try and go in and out the net.
And Rix Ronde was up so fast for that ball. We'll take another look.
I don't know how Tadpole got that pass out as well. He almost used the top of his car to let it just kind of bounce out. And the finish, like you said, from Rix Ronde.
That was an incredible finish.
That was RLCS caliber play.
Exactly, Turtle. These guys, Method, showed us in game 2 a glimpse of what Method is capable of.
Yeah.
And now we're going to get into the long haul of this series.
It started.
Right up at 1-1. Game 1 was a bit of a feeler game.
I was a little scared. I didn't know what was going to happen after TSM just took it 4-1. But Method, literally within the first seconds of that game, that's when we saw that Tadpole goal. Crazy.
So Method, they answered the call in game 2. Now going into game 3, we've seen both TSM and Method struggle in games. TSM now, they're on watch. Can they come back? Alpha, he's been a bit quiet so far. We haven't seen any of the crazy solo plays that we saw from him in the RLCS.
I mean, is he just getting warmed up, or has he found a little bit more of a passive play style at this point? TSM, they're the ones who need to make a response.
Tadpole across the field. Tadpole now getting back. Metza attacking the backboard. Well handled by Burrito B, who's going for it up the side. Oh, Alpha running into a teammate there. Passes to himself. Not much boost to work with. Does get a look at net. He'll retreat. Metzanaris going for the 50. Alpha trying to set that up for Remco in the middle. Rix Ronde up in the air. Stopped by Metza. Burrito B off to the side. Rix Ronde off the backboard. The shot just high from Tadpole.
And again, aggression from Method. They're popping the ball up so well in front of the net, finding teammates, and making use of that extra space in the air that I don't really find TSM ever using up on the backboard.
Now on the sidewall, demo from Alpha. Weak shot towards net. Tadpole clears it over. Metza was able to tap it off the wall, but Rix Ronde was first to it. Alpha going for a double tap clear off the ceiling. Pushes it to the corner. Metzanaris gets a piece of the ball. Remco racing to it. He'll bounce this one in. TSM take the lead.
And everything stemmed from this challenge right here from Metzanaris against Tadpole. You need to find some kind of a better challenge if you're on the defensive side. Metzanaris just stuffed everything Tadpole had to offer, and an easy follow-up from Remco.
Wonderful speed for Metzanaris to get there in time on the challenge.
Tadpole didn't expect it at all.
Metza, little bumper tap over to Alpha. Now Remco needs to get this upfield. Doesn't get it where he's looking to, but Tadpole misses his touch. Backward pass, Remco denies it. Metza trying to get in front of it. TSM having to deal with this pressure from Method. Burrito B, the center ball. Tadpole was out of the play. Looked like he might have been waiting at the midfield for some boost. Off the ceiling, Rix Ronde clears it downfield, stays with the play. Gets the corner steal. Burrito B keeping the ball in front of net. Remco trying to challenge. Alpha picks up the corner boost, and he's going to go for the clear downfield. Stopped by Tadpole. Rix Ronde up in the air, off the ceiling and down. No one from Method was anywhere close for the follow-up. Burrito B was getting boost coming back. Keeps the ball in.
Touch.
Alpha, the solo play, no! Follow-up is going to be high as well. Metzanaris with the attempt, and that's also saved. I thought we were going to see some magic from Alpha 54.
I mean, it was there at the setup, the initial touch right on the top of his car from Alpha. Did a great job, like I said, setting him up, and Remco almost had a follow-up, but just not close enough.
We finally see a flip reset attempt on net by Alpha, but it was easily saved. Double tap pass shut down by Rix Ronde. Corner pass from Remco, and that shot blocked. TSM, they're getting shots on net, but not as much power as you'd like to see. Saves from Method coming out, as we still have a 1-goal game. The time is winding down. Tadpole towards net. Remco misses the read.
Rix
gets
Ronde
right in front of net. Rix Ronde. A tough break for TSM. The defensive lapse.
And that dunk, Rix Ronde read everything Metzanaris had to offer. Again, this is revenge for them off of what Metza just did on the defensive side of Method. A dunk, a great challenge, and Rix Ronde follows it up. What a read from him on offense.
Big challenge. And it was right after Remco wasn't able to make that read. Now he snipes it right underneath the crossbar. Remco coming up clutch for TSM.
This time he didn't even try to set himself up. He just went for the early shot. A little bit of almost a pinch off the ground. That's how fast that shot was. Remco, surprise factor with just a blast from the corner.
Right now, in terms of scoring, it's been a Metzanaris and Remco show.
Yeah, Alpha's been quiet.
He really has, still looking to get his first goal.
But that is the best way to win for TSM. I mean, confidence, if it's flowing through Metzanaris and Remco, then
you're happy with it.
Exactly.
Drop down to Remco. Remco, backward pass, Tadpole. Wavuma downfield, double commit from TSM, but they'll recover. Alpha cuts off the play. And TSM hold on for 30 seconds. Method trying to roar back. Rix Ronde looking for Tadpole over at the side. Hits it upfield, double commit again from TSM. Tadpole up in the air, pops it by Alpha. Metzanaris up quickly to challenge.
Method, they can do it. Final 5 seconds.
Remco couldn't make contact. Alpha just lets this ball back. Smart play from Alpha to ensure this game ends with TSM still in the lead.
And now we've got a response from TSM this time. It's going back and forth between both teams. You can see the hunger. TSM, they don't want to drop that RLCS spot. Meanwhile, Method, Rix Ronde, and Burrito B, they have been working so hard and so long to just have this shot again. Let's take another look at a goal.
This one from Remco just goes for the shot. You could see even
out
Tadpole,
of nowhere. Yeah.
It looks like Tadpole was cheating up because he was expecting potentially a pass into the middle. You watch Tadpole in net, creeps up.
Yeah. And that's so common too for them to see a pass in the middle. The way Remco wrapped around the ball, that just initiates the idea that he's looking for a mid pass.
Yeah, exactly. And he did it. He goes right for the shot and blasts it in.
Yeah.
Catches the defense by surprise.
And that shot was fantastic as well. So much power. Even if, you know, Tadpole had assumed maybe a shot would have gone on net, I don't even know if he could have gotten a save off of that dominant pinch off the ground.
Great height. Well, it was a well-placed shot by Remco.
Yeah.
So we're going into game 4.
And now it's getting closer.
It is getting closer, but we still haven't even seen Alpha put one in the back of the net.
Yeah.
He has been the guy for TSM. And right now, he's giving Metzanaris and Remco space to work.
Which is great. It leaves more opportunity for team plays to come in. But at the same time, you know, Alpha, you can't just ghost yourself on the offensive side. Just wait to get you know, force yourself in, I guess, the play. But I mean, he has what it takes. It's not like he hasn't taken any shots. We've almost seen, I believe, in that game as well, a double.
Yeah, there was that play where he went and tried to do what Remco did previously, just a self pass.
So he's not completely
double tap
absent. It's just we aren't seeing the shots we're used to, but that's great. And now another setup for Metzanaris, peeked off of Remco with that pinch challenge.
And this is exactly what Metzanaris did for Remco.
Yeah.
Remco wins a challenge that bounces off the ceiling, and Metza with the pre-flip to get there in time.
What a read from him. To know that he wasn't even going to get a touch if he kept going that same pace.
Just had to get there.
And that's just a gamble as well. If you pre-flip, you are hoping to everybody and the Rocket League gods that you will somehow find a hit.
Well, he just knew that net was open.
Yeah.
That is a golden chance if you can get to it in time. Metzanaris breaking up the passing play by Method in the midfield. Alpha misreads it off the back wall, and Method equalize.
A huge mistake on the defensive end. Alpha is just a backboard hit. He was too far in, and at that point, it did bounce out really far. Maybe it would have been better just to stay on the backboard, wait for the shot to come in.
Had to make a split-second decision and jump. Just didn't get the right angle on it.
And it was a tough positioned pass, that spot off the top.
And Alpha gets on the board for the first time in the series right after that misread, making amends. And he was just, what on earth?
What? Tadpole
pinballed around.
Somehow.
We have to see that one again. Oh,
what is going on?
I need to see that replay.
We saw the pool shot in the first game, and then now
Alpha just bumped all around. It looked like he was bumped by his teammate. If I'm a bump by Method.
If I'm Method, I'm not ever bumping again after those two plays.
They're like, bumping is not the new meta. We tried it out. It didn't work.
It's not working for us.
Method now gonna battle back from behind. As Tadpole has the possession in the midfield, dropped it down. Metza was there and ready. Alpha will hit it to the corner. Tadpole gets the demo on Alpha. Off the ceiling in front of TSM's net. Tadpole forcing the issue. Rix Ronde denied by Remco. Ball bounces out to Metza, but Burrito B wins the challenge. Ball to Remco, pops it up in the midfield, stopped by Tadpole. Method starting to press.
And the speed from Tadpole, and now the bump comes in from Rix Ronde on Remco. It's still open, but the defense prevails. TSM barely hanging on right now off this offensive strike from Method.
But that challenge at the midfield that was barely nicked, it might have been from Alpha, slowed that play down. And now another challenge trying to slow down the play. Alpha picked up the corner boost, will be able to go for this ball. It's over to Metza. Burrito B chips it to the corner. But Method having a quality attack, keeping TSM on their back foot. And that ground pinch is going to send it across the field. Alpha quickly to it. Gets team bumped again. We've seen this from TSM quite a bit. They have been running into each other. And a few double commits from TSM. But still managing to make this series, sway in their favor.
Yeah. I mean, Method, I've really enjoyed watching them transition, but here's Alpha off the backboard. Where was the defense to get the clear?
Take another look. Rix Ronde goes for the attempt, and Burrito B was just
on the backboard.
A little bit slow.
And that's unfortunate with the read from Burrito B. Thought it was going to be a little bit more closer to the corner. And turning around on the wall, that's just not really a possibility with how fast that pass came in. But I was just about to compliment Method. I felt like their counterattacks and their attempts like that have been so strong. And Rix Ronde, it's there. Everything is there except for the shot.
Trying to bump a Dominus is impossible. Remco, in the heat of battle, dodging all efforts against him.
It's like some Matrix stuff, man. Remco, he just sees everybody and slowly will just dodge them.
Alpha to the backboard. Method, possession in the half, and now Remco denying another shot for Method. Remco playing quite a defensive game for TSM.
And even on the offensive side, Remco has been much more dominant than usual.
You're absolutely right. Scoring both goals last game. Popped up. Burrito B goes for the net. Follow up. That one again denied. Now ball out into the midfield.
And they still have pressure. Method. They've kept this ball, the TSM side, for so long, and yet they still trail by 2 goals. Just can't find the finishing shot, that one golden opportunity. And it just comes down to their setups.
They'll need some setups right now. Ronde put it off the backboard. Alpha staying up high on the wall. Very defensive positioning from TSM. Very deep in the backfield. Just letting Method hit this ball into him. Remco is going to go up for a pinch. This ball's sent across the field. Alpha content to just let it bounce away. And TSM win game 4 and move 1 game away from blasting past Method and getting 1 step closer to retaining their spot in the RLCS.
And this win is huge. This is the first time we've seen a team right now in this series get consecutive wins. TSM, 2 consecutive wins now, and they have match point with all the momentum. Method, they are still trailing, and this game, it wasn't even by 1 goal, it was by 2. A big performance from TSM. And let's take a look. I think this was the bump play that we wanted to see. Alpha, what happened? Did he just ride off of Tadpole's car? I don't understand.
He gets bumped, so we'll see here. I think he might get bumped. Yeah, he jumps into Remco.
Oh my goodness.
And then runs into Tadpole. In the air, the ball bounces off of him. Then he says, sure, I'll hit this in the net.
That's crazy.
Why not?
The way that he bumped off of Tadpole's car It was like he ramped off of it.
Well, and not only that, but he ran into Remco. He jumped into Remco. That is calculated.
Wow. I don't think you could ever reenact that play in a million tries.
They're probably laughing about that. They're probably laughing about that.
They're laughing, but Method, they're steaming
crying
over that. I would be so upset.
Things don't seem to be going right for Method. Method had that one game, in game 2, where they looked
fantastic
in form. But Stack said it, peaks and valleys. Which Method will show up now where they're one game from being sent down into the lower bracket?
And I thought they had really solid aggression. It's just finding that midfield pass, the setups, make sure that you can find somebody. I mean, Tadpole, we've seen it in this series alone, the leading assist playmaker from the rival series. He's the guy who's going to find solid setups. And right now we're looking at him to really open up some opportunities and space for his teammates.
Well, here's a chance. The net was left vulnerable. Tadpole didn't have a lot of boost to work with. Method gearing up for an attack. Pressure already mounting, just 30 seconds in. Remco gets the touch and the boost in the corner. One back towards net. Metzanaris has to keep it out. Center. Burrito B back to Rex Ronde! That is what you expect from RLCS type players. It's RLCS type plays, and this was one of them.
Oh my, that is one of the most beautiful give and goes you can possibly create in Rocket League. Rix Ronde, he passes it into the midfield and then goes up on the backboard to hit an impossible angle.
That was a thing of beauty. The rival series clearly, forging these guys into warriors.
Wow, that was incredible.
Can Method keep that up? Burrito B chipping that up in the air. Now it's down to Remco. Remco skips it into the net, ties it up for TSM.
And the instant response from Alpha in the corner. Look at that first touch, the way he kept it so close. Burrito B didn't even expect it. Alpha, if it wasn't that close, he wouldn't have been able to get the shot or the pass off to Remco. That control was a great response to Method's give and go. 2 back-to-back RLCS, like we've been talking about, caliber plays.
Quickly, TSM tie this up after that stunning passing play from Method.
And that could have been really bad. Method, after getting a fantastic goal like that, the confidence, it was there, but now TSM equalized.
At the perfect time for TSM. Trying to prevent Method from heating up, because we have seen teams give up these 3-1 leads in the past.
We've even seen reverse sweep best of 7s.
Very true, and that is a rarity, but we have seen that this season. This season has had pretty much everything that you don't expect. It has happened. So Method not out yet. Metza off the ceiling. Rix Ronde will clear that back to the corner. Alpha, first touch, gets demoed. Rix Ronde going for another one. Metzanaris helps out. Remco stretching for it. And TSM stave off that attack by Method. Method was looking for blood.
And somehow TSM keep dodging all of these great opportunities. I mean, Rix Ronde just went for a double demo attempt. The shot was almost there, and still Remco is able to find an interception on the save.
Metza will win this off the sidewall. Remco helps out. Tadpole, not a good hit. Burrito B bails him out. That ball was in a scary spot. Rix Ronde over to Tadpole. Tadpole clears up field. Remco popping it up. Burrito B first to it. He drops it straight down. Rix Ronde will take it up the wall. Now off the ceiling. Tadpole helps out. It's in the corner of TSM's half. But clear downfield, stopped by Rix Ronde. Metzanaris challenges this one, but Tadpole on the back wall sends it back. Remco to the corner. Tadpole trying to get Method out of their half. Alpha drops it down. Rix Ronde over to Burrito B. Burrito B off the backboard. And the play broken up by Metzinaris.
And that was another chance. Burrito B, he needed to find the back of the net on that attempt. Otherwise, the save is going to come out, and it did. I mean, you cannot miss those opportunities so close. Method doing such a great job setting it up, and they need to find the finishing shot.
Shot coming in, blocked at its origin by Burrito B. Rix Ronde gets demoed by Remco. Burrito B backing up, just out of his reach. Alpha will send it to the corner. TSM really taking it to Method right now. Miscommunication. Burrito B and Rix Ronde both going for that ball. Alpha ground pinch, going for a challenge. Wins it to the corner, stays with it. Now it's off the ceiling and down. Rix Ronde, he's there. Remco will turn. Racing to the wall, Metzinaris helps him out. Burrito B pops it high.
Good
Rix
speed.
Ronde towards net, and that one was knocked aside by Remco. Remco by Tadpole. Burrito B off the corner. Rix Ronde challenged by Metza. It's sent far across the field. Alpha going for it. Rix Ronde. Now Tadpole to the corner. Center
5
ball.
seconds.
Burrito B cuts off the pass. Remco, he won't make contact, and we have overtime. Method have to get this win. Otherwise, they will be sent down to the lower bracket.
At TSM, I'm waiting for a counterattack. I mean, Method, they've had all the pressure, all the aggression, it seems, but zero real hard, menacing shots on net. And we're just waiting to see if we can get a response from TSM. Here's Metzinaris trying his best with a dribble. And it's just going to come down to solo plays or Method's aggression.
Rix Ronde, he jumped for it for a moment, but leaves it for Tadpole. Confusion in the corner from Method. Counterattack is on.
Here we
Metza
go.
floats one to the middle. Alpha challenged by Burrito B. Now Tadpole can't get there in time.
Remco.
Alpha just a touch off. And now upfield, Tadpole racing to it.
Nobody's in net.
Pass to the middle, and no one can make contact. Back-to-back swings from these heavyweights, and they both fail to connect. Glancing blows, and they keep fighting.
Huge chances for Method. Nobody was in net, just a finishing shot. They set it up again. They just need to connect. And TSM, they had the same opportunity, just not as close.
Remco can't get there off the corner, and Tadpole secures game 5 for Method.
The one mistake, we haven't seen this at all from TSM. Remco, he needed the boost. Instead of going up the wall, he chose the boost. And that means he can't even get a touch. Too late to find any contact, and Tadpole, he clutches it out.
The momentum shifts. Method getting the win. That play in the corner, that was the turning point. Remco in a tough situation, booster ball, had to stop that from bouncing out into the middle.
And that's so frustrating too. TSM, that one counterattack right after overtime, that was their one chance to really end it right here. But now they've given Method a second chance. More life and more energy now from them. I mean, I'm curious if they can bounce back. They're still facing match point TSM.
TSM had a moment there on the goal line. Alpha had to turn and make a tough read that was right over his shoulder and just came up a little bit short.
Yeah.
And that was the difference. TSM losing out. Method, both teams had some attack opportunities.
Yeah.
Both teams failed to put some in. So it came down to just that final play. Method stepping up, getting the win, and now a new lease on life.
But that was your one chance. I mean, if Method are really starting to feel good, they have the opportunities, the chances are being created, and it's because TSM are kind of backing down a little bit. They're preferring to play defense right now, go for counterattacks, and catch Method off guard versus match the aggression. And if Method, they can start putting some of these away, they could easily swing this series there entirely and win it.
It's possible. Just one more game. You see it so many times in these situations where a team gets back in the series.
They just start
this game
snowballing.
This game, if Method can win it, they've got to be the favorites moving into Game 7. Metzinaris will push this ball to the corner. Rix Ronde keeps it close, flicks it past Alpha. Alpha can just hit it back to Remco, but immediately punished. Method keep the attack going.
And they do it again by abusing this corner. Remco, it's another mistake from him. A poor hit, couldn't keep possession and control of the ball, and just left it out for Method to create an opportunity and pass it into the middle right from the corner.
Tough break for TSM. Method, they are surging at the moment.
Yeah.
Rix Ronde will easily block that shot from Alpha. And he gets it by Remco off the ceiling.
He's got his flip.
Rix Ronde! Unreal! Rix Ronde off the ceiling, gets help from his teammate to clear the goal line, air dribbles, then flicks it in.
And a huge delay on the shot as well. I thought maybe he would have flipped earlier, but he actually let the ball fall almost to the ground before flipping, faking out any of the defense.
And he was trying to just slow the ball down.
Yeah.
His teammate was harassing the defender on the goal line.
And he knew he had his flip as well, so why try and carry momentum when you could just use your flip? Such a smart play.
Back to peaking. Rix Ronde, he's had some fantastic shots so far in this series. That one could not have come at a better time. Burrito B in the corner. Tadpole denying the shot from Alpha. Metza will just skip that high off the backboard. Tadpole getting the challenge and the boost. Alpha looking for the center ball. Metza met by Burrito B. Burrito B down to Tadpole. Tadpole towards net. Hit off to the side. Center back to Rix Ronde. Alpha cuts off the play. Metza gets to it quickly and puts a spear into the heart of the net. TSM within one.
And now they're following that trend of a quick, speedy counterattack off of Alpha, just beating out the opponent and the defensive side so fast. And TSM, they're doing it again where they just kind of, turtle up on defense, wait it out, go for that crazy counterattack. And so far, it's been working. But how long against a Method who's just, popping off with passes like this? Tadpole straight down to Rix Ronde, the shooter from Method.
Tadpole staying in the air, showing us his assisting chops. That kind of play, that's what put him at the top of the leaderboard in assists in the rival series. And Rix Ronde, he has been on fire with his shooting.
So clutch. Finding that shot when all of Method seemed to be missing opportunities. Rix Ronde is the one to make a difference and make a stand.
And then the delay play. Such smart positioning. You could see Alpha was frozen here by Burrito B.
What?
And he just fakes it, lets Rix Ronde come through.
That was beautiful.
And finish it off.
That was a perfect mind game play.
These guys have been teammates for a long time, Turtle, and you can really tell.
That was so fluid. It wasn't even at all, they didn't stop their car. Literally carried the momentum, followed it up, the fake came out.
You wonder if Burrito B is a magician, because that was sleight of hand right there. Alpha was just looking at Burrito B and just lost Rix Ronde and all of that. And Rix Ronde just comes in, slaps it.
Burrito B, he did a great job of staying close to the ball, though. It wasn't even obvious whatsoever. Alpha, you saw Burrito B just stay close to it. Maybe he would have gotten a touch. He had to play that safe defensive role, and it just came out as a huge mind game.
Burrito B bumps Alpha out of the air. Method back to peaking. It could not have come in a more important moment for them, trying to stay alive in the series and force a Game 7. And not only are they going to force a Game 7, but they are doing it with some flashy plays. Cleared up field, Metza off the sidewall. Burrito B will clear it down the middle of the field. Hurled back towards net. TSM flat on the offensive end.
Everything they've had has just been that one counterattack. They haven't really got a lot of plays that stem from offensive pressure. When it comes to maintaining boost control, starving out Method, they have absolutely zero control. It's really just been a defensive hold for them and an explosive counterattack. That's it.
And speaking of counterattacks, even Method is winning on that side of the field.
And Tadpole, that setup again. Ooh. He's so good at finding another hit in the air. That we've seen it multiple times this series, where he can somehow manage to keep control, find 2, maybe 3 extra hits in the air after that first touch.
Another challenge won by Tadpole, under a minute left. 4-goal lead for Method. They crushed TSM in Game 6 and will set their sights on the final Game 7. And for TSM, it's been up and down for them as well. Alpha still looking to have that step-up performance. They'll have 1 game left to do it.
And Game 7 comes around the corner. You need to be better, but there he is. I guess he just heard you completely. He's listening to the stream, James. He knew.
I mean, they're still going to lose the game, but look at this shot. That was a thing of beauty. That is the potential that Alpha has. That at least will be something to take into the next game.
Beam of hope for TSM. They just got a little bit of light. That's all they needed now going into Game 7. That's what I was hoping for from TSM, to keep it close. That is what you want to see. Even if they're not going to take this game, just let Alpha do some.
It's at least it's something to grasp onto going into the next game, because Method put TSM into the dirt in Game 6.
Rix Ronde, what a showing from him. You know, I have been waiting right now for Method, like we talked about earlier. You know, if they could finish a lot of those shots, and it has been Rix Ronde at the end of a lot of those chances, putting it away, finishing it up. And let's take another look at how great this ceiling shot was, where he just delayed himself.
Yeah, he was even, it looked like he was bumped a little bit, but it didn't phase him. Saves his flip to the last second, lets his teammate clear out the goal line.
Didn't even panic to try and maybe go off the backboard for a pass. He just kind of waited it out, let his teammate mess with the goalies to try and cause some kind of destruction in the net.
And not only that, there was the magician play, the sleight of hand.
Oh man, that was crazy. I loved watching plays like that, because if you can hit something like that in a game, it has 2 effects. It has incredible confidence for you and your teammates, and then it also just completely destroys any morale that the other team has.
You'd never like to be made to look silly, right? You don't like looking silly. And Alpha, he was taking his time in the corner. He thinks Burrito B's going for a dribble. Then all of a sudden, Rix Ronde blasts in, and he's like, well,
thin air.
Yeah.
Literally, that's so frustrating. He didn't even have a chance. And I mean, you would rather get scored on by an incredible shot versus you literally getting outsmarted because of the positional play from the other team.
And now, the final game of this series, Game 7, TSM and Method. It has gone the distance.
It's been back and forth. TSM, the first team right now in this series to get consecutive wins, but that Demo responds, it's Method.
Remco, follow-up shot. And this is the game where that first goal is going to be invaluable.
Yes.
Can TSM stop this momentum of Method, or will Method keep plowing through TSM? The bump, and he gets a touch on it. Remco blasts back, putting it up the wall. Burrito B gets challenged, and it's sent downfield. Well handled by Remco. Metzanaris gets demoed. Ball pinches back. Remco quickly up. Long clear. Metza has to leave it for Alpha. Alpha in the corner. Stopped by Burrito B. Remco off the back wall. Is going to bounce it off the ceiling. Goes for the dunk and gets it.
Pressure still on for Method, though. Tadpole off the wall. He's done a great job so far of setting up his teammates. What kind of tricks does he have up his sleeve now with these incredible passes?
He's bumped with no boost. He'll just be floating, trying to get back to the corner. Does get the corner boost. and clears it up the side of the wall. Alpha first to it. Burrito B off the ceiling. Metzanaris
It's open.
off the crossbar. He makes the read. And Metzanaris with a huge goal for TSM.
And Rix Ronde and Tadpole, they bumped each other. If you just saw it in the replay, they made contact. Tadpole was trying to rotate in. He cut off Rix Ronde's attempt at challenging, and then it ended up they both were just out of the play. That, oh my goodness, that's so frustrating.
How will Method answer? TSM, they were up 3-1 in the series before Method just roared back. And in game 6, it was about as one-sided as it gets. But Metzanaris throws a bucket of cold water on Method.
And what a read from
goal.
him off the crossbar. Those are tough.
You don't know if it's going to bounce straight down.
Yeah.
Because if it bounces straight down instead of backwards a little bit, oh! Looking to score another one. Metzanaris just misses that. Remco couldn't make contact. Burrito B pops it. Metzanaris over to Alpha. Alpha to the corner. Tadpole waiting on the wall. Clears it downfield. Lots of time for Metza to deal with this. Was trying to go for a hard hit off backboard, and it's allowed TSM to inch closer and closer to net. Metzanaris denied by Burrito B. That was a big stop from Burrito B on Metzanaris' shot. TSM gets up by 2 with just 2 minutes left. That would have been a tough situation for Method to fight back from.
And Method are already trying to crawl out of that mental obstacle of a team bump that just happened. But now off the top of the box, a great chance for TSM. They're just pounding. We haven't really seen too many.
Alpha!
Oh, so close.
Another save.
Back and forth between TSM.
TSM eager to get that insurance goal.
And we haven't seen them had pressure like this all series long, really. It has been counterattacks and explosive play from TSM, but now they're focusing on starving out Method and keeping them boostless to prevent any opportunities from being even created.
Will it pay off? The aggression from TSM, they've got 1 goal, but Method's defense shutting out all other attempts. Tadpole the double tap. Remco saved on the goal line. Metzanaris clears it to safety.
Such a big save from Remco. Game 7, Tadpole almost got the clutch double tap. They still trail by 1.
Remco with the shot on the other end. From defense to offense, Remco does it all in game 7.
And he's the player who found that mistake in the corner and led pretty much to this game 7. He started that Method momentum. He's showing up big time, redeeming himself. Remco, an outstanding performance. There's 50 seconds left. Method, they have to find something.
And the corners, it has been tough for Remco, but on the goal line, he has been making the stops. Method, they approach the 30-second mark, still down by 2.
Burrito B.
Center ball. Ooh, that one off the post and the crossbar where they meet. A tough break.
They needed that goal for Burrito B. Off the corner. The final 10 seconds.
It has to be now, and then hope for kickoff. But that won't do it.
That's
TSM fend off the comeback from Method and win in game 7.
Oh my goodness, that was incredible. I mean, Method, so many great chances. They fought so hard, almost coming back after TSM found match point 3-1. But TSM, they held on, and that's mainly thanks to Remco in this game 7.